Good afternoon. I'm Stephen Buck, Deputy Commissioner of Communications and Prevention for the Oklahoma Department of Mental Health and Substance Abuse Services. There's a lot of great work being done in our state in the area of substance abuse prevention, and today we have the opportunity to visit with one of the champions of this area, Jim Priest, who's the Executive Director of FATE. Jim, one of the programs that you're currently offering here in the state is really an innovative substance abuse curriculum, if you will, called Life of an Athlete. Can you tell me a little bit about the program?
Well, Steve, Life of an Athlete is a really exciting program that we've been offering to high schools and colleges across the state for about the last year or so. It focuses on the negative impact that alcohol and other drugs can have on athletic performance. And it's kind of a different approach because we're trying to get to people in their areas where they're already motivated. Most athletes want to be better, they want their team to be better, they want to win, but they don't understand the negative effects that drinking can have, that smoking pot can have, taking prescription drugs. What surprises a lot of our athletes is one of our facts that we give them. One night of binge drinking can result in about 14 days of lost training. And when they hear that, it hits them right between the eyes and they go, whoa, I've been working hard, but instead of going forward, I'm going backwards. So the Life of an Athlete program focuses on athletes to try to get them to think about what their fate is. In fact, that's what the question we ask them wherever we go. What's your fate? What's your future? The decisions you make today will determine your fate.
Why, in the context of so many issues that are facing us here in the state, why would you focus on the athletic group as a subset?
We think athletes are the highest at-risk group of student populations, and they're at risk, particularly in the area of alcohol use. We know most athletes celebrate when they win, and they usually do that with alcohol. Sometimes they drown their sorrows when they lose, and they usually do that with alcohol. So it's an at-risk group that we want to address, but it's also an influential group. Both on the high school campus and on the college campuses, people look up to athletes. They're known. They tend to be people that are listened to if they say something, and if they do something wrong, they're looked at carefully. So we want to get to this influential percentage of the population in every school and make sure that they're making good decisions and being positive role models.
During the introduction, I introduced you as the Executive Director of FATE, and FATE happens to be the sponsor of Life of an Athlete in Oklahoma. What can you tell me about the organization FATE?
FATE was started about 18 months ago. It was really birthed out of the desire of my former law partner, Reggie Whitten, to honor the memory of his son, who was a student athlete and got involved in drugs and alcohol and unfortunately died in a motorcycle accident caused by substance abuse. So Reggie started fighting addiction through education because he believed, and I believe, we've got to get on the prevention side. We've got to get these kids and to even adults before they start making bad decisions that'll take them down the wrong path. So we, of course, sponsor the Life of an Athlete program, but we're involved in a number of other programs as well, trying to impact the medical community, which we think can have a tremendous positive influence on our culture, working with the church community, and then just talking to community groups, particularly parents, because parents vastly underestimate their ability to persuade and influence their kids. You know, when you have kids at home, sometimes you think, well, they never listen to me, but parents would be amazed how influential they are in the decisions their young people make.
Hopefully agency employees who view this video, or perhaps people who see it on our website, they'll be inclined to want to get involved with your organization. How can people get involved with either FATE or Life of an Athlete?
Well, by going to our home website, www.fate.org, and that gives you access to the full library of our videos and our background information as well about substances of abuse and what to do to get help. And then there's a link on the FATE website that takes you to our Life of an Athlete website, which is a separate standalone online training program. That's www.OKLOA, that's Oklahoma Life of an Athlete.org. You can get there through the FATE website, or you can go there directly by going to OKLOA.org.
Thank you for spending a few minutes with us today. The work that FATE does is just one example of outstanding prevention work being done across the state of Oklahoma. Thank you.